Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Youkeyy, and if it is, are you recording? Oh, you are. Never mind. Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Youkeyy, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Start with the shoulder pop, and a one, a two, a one, two, go. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to another edition of You Tried It, where I, Youkeyy, tries out different products for you. Today I'm going to be trying out the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and they recently, if you guys don't know already, because this is probably review number 532, they recently expanded the Born This Way foundation shade range, and they worked in collaboration with Jackie Aina to provide those additional shades to us, the people.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your regularly scheduled programming. However, I just realized that I forgot to do the most important, most important thing while editing this video. I'm realizing, wow, I just really flopped. I threw this away by forgetting to do this, and it's pivotal to the significance of this video, okay? It's the only chance I'm gonna get to do this on my channel. Jackie. Okay, that's enough. All right, that's enough. That's like rated G. So today I'm going to be trying it out and doing a first impressions. I will also be doing a wear test. By the way, today is 4th of July, and I'm trying to get this done before fireworks start going off. However, by the time I come back for the check-in, I'm sure that fireworks will be going off in the background, so I apologize in advance. Here is the box that the foundation came in. So this is a for real, like true first impressions. I just really opened this the wrong way. Let's try that again. All right. Okay, here we go. It says, "You're so Too-Faced." Lots and lots of pink, which I don't really mind. You guys know I love colors. And I only got one foundation. So it says Too Faced Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. And I got the shade Chai. On the packaging, it says it's infused with coconut water to aid in delicately replenishing skin's moisture levels, alpine rose to help tighten and boost skin radiance, and hyaluronic acid for a smoother, more youthful appearance. It says this oil-free foundation masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin. Coverage so undetectable and skin so naturally flawless, they'll think you were born this way. So it has some consumer study results on here that says 100% said this foundation blurred their imperfections, 100% of people said this foundation made their skin look absolutely perfect, and 97% said this foundation provided natural coverage. Those are a lot of hefty claims with quite large percentages, so we're definitely going to be testing this out. The foundation is $39. It has a shelf life of 12 months, and it comes with 30 mLs of product or 1 fluid ounce of product. If you have a problem with me saying mLs, it is built into me. That is what we say in the hospital culture that I have been part of for quite a long time. I love people who try to come for me in the comments. Even your local doctor uses mLs, okay? 11. So it looks like 11 of the shades are new. Don't quote me on that though. So I initially purchased this on June 26th. It shipped out the same day, and I just got this foundation yesterday, which is July 3rd. This is my second Too Faced product ever that I've purchased from them. My only other purchase that I've made from Too Faced is their Lip Injection Extreme Gloss, which I use pretty frequently. I love it. I can do a video on this and how I get my lips to look a little bit more plump if you guys want that. I never really felt like compelled to purchase their stuff. I don't know if it's because I felt like it didn't really appeal to me or wasn't for me or what, but I don't know. So to support Jackie, I went ahead and purchased this, and she raved about how she always gets compliments whenever she wears this foundation. So I figured I would try it out and just expand my horizons a little bit. I mean, it's time for me to start playing with other brands' products because I feel like I tend to stick to a lot of the same brands. In case anyone is wondering, I have already filled in my brows with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Black. I'm not really going to be doing a whole lot to my face. I may go ahead and add some concealer, but that's about it, and then set everything because I really want to have the main focus be on the complexion. I'm going to start off with 3 pumps. By the way, in case anyone is wondering, I haven't used a primer in quite a while, so when you see my foundation application and my wear tests keep that in mind. All I have on is moisturizer right now. I don't think this has a scent to it. I think the scent I'm picking up is the makeup remover that I used to remove the previous foundation off of this brush. This foundation is pretty thick. Just from the pumps that I put on this palette here, I prefer something that's a little thicker compared to a foundation. It's really runny. Wow, this is a low-key perfect match for me, y'all. Pretty good coverage. Now, I do have golden undertones, as many of you know. Tiny bit lighter than my neck. I do match to my, no, it's not. It's actually a perfect match. Wow, okay. Well, my bad, Too Faced, but I didn't know that's how y'all were rolling this time around. This foundation is looking really, really good. So it's possible that maybe my tan is fading. Jackie and I tend to wear the same shades, not all the time, but most of the time I feel like. So that's why I went ahead and picked up Chai, especially when I heard golden undertones. I said, ding, 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 that is for me. This is 3 pumps, you guys. If you know me, you know that I don't color correct. I haven't color corrected in quite a while. So having a foundation that has good coverage is a definite plus for me. Like, yo, this is my shade, you guys. This is coming from someone whose exact match is only in Fenty Beauty 410. To have another foundation that matches me perfectly makes me very happy, especially because I don't take my foundations down to my neck. I always repeat this in my videos because, and you know, there are people who are watching who may not be familiar with my content. I don't take my foundation down to my neck because it makes me feel itchy and just ugh and ugh. So I keep it right about here. The most I'll do is maybe right here, but that's about it. So it's very important to me to have a foundation match me as closely as possible. I do not match to my face. I have hyperpigmentation. My face is darker than the rest of my body. So I match to my neck, and even some areas of my neck are a little bit darker, but relatively this area here is what I match to. I don't match to my chest because you guys can't see, but if I were to pull this shirt further down, my chest is incredibly light, and I think I would just look crazy if I tried to match to the lightest areas of my chest. Now that you know my entire life story, the finish of this foundation is beautiful. Companies are killing the complexion game right now in terms of finishes. I mean, shade inclusivity is something we're still working on, but I'm very happy to see that, you know, some brands are definitely making an effort. I didn't use a blender because I wanted to see how well this would apply with a brush. And being that it applied so beautifully with a brush, I can almost guarantee you that it's gonna look so good with a beauty sponge. If it applies beautifully with a brush, it's going to apply beautifully with a beauty sponge. So I don't have like any streaking or anything like that. Mind you, the whole brush application thing really just depends on, you know, user ability to blend with a brush and the actual brush itself. The one I used is the LA Girl 108 brush. It's like an angled stippling / buffing brush, and I didn't even really use it to really buff. I just kind of used it to stipple the foundation on. Okay, so one thing that kind of scares me about this is the fact that the pump does not lock, but there is a cap. So I've just been really kind of angsty. Is that even a word? I've just been really kind of nervous about foundations and them like spilling all over the place. So with this look, you guys, I'm really just going to be doing the bare minimum, and I really mean that. On camera, it almost seems to be running a little tiny bit too golden, but I think it's because of right here. Again, that tan, taking it into consideration. Other than that, on a regular day, like this is really bomb. I'm gonna use my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Dark 46. I feel like this formula is a little bit different than their old one. This is supposed to be the same shade as Deep Golden 60, but I feel like the formula is a tad bit different. I don't want to apply too much. I hate when hair gets stuck to your forehead when you're trying to blend. Like, dude, mind your business. Nobody invited you. Just chill over on the wig and not on my freaking forehead. I think this is the smallest amount of concealer that I have used underneath my eyes. Maybelline Fit Me Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 35 Date, and pat this in until the powder disappears. Dust it off. For highlighter, I'll be using the official Glam Beauty pressed highlighter powder in the shade Drippin'. I am in love with this thing. I'm gonna apply it to the inner corner, but I will be using it as my main highlighter once I've set my face. How pretty that is. Oh, I can't get enough. Can't get enough. I need that. MAC Fix Plus. And even though I'm not going anywhere, of course, I have to highlight my face. Like, come on. Okay, so let me just give you guys a time from when the foundation has been set. So it is currently 5:49 p.m. 6 hours. I'll come back. I might shoot for 7 hours. Not quite sure yet. Just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and highlight because it's therapeutic to me, okay? I've noticed about this Official Glam Beauty highlighter, you have to be really careful because it's very pigmented and really a little goes a long way. Because I was watching my previous video in which I used it and I went ham. Only need a little bit. The Sigma F35 tapered highlighter. This thing is freaking ridiculous, guys. Oh my gosh. 2 things that are proven to increase dopamine levels: bright eyeshadow colors and a pop-in highlighter. Don't quote me on that, but that's my theory. That's my hypothesis and I'm sticking to it. Natural Beat Vibes. So this foundation is buildable. From what I've seen on me, it does have good coverage. I would call it a medium coverage foundation. I believe it states that as well. Medium to full coverage foundation. There's no scent to it, which is a plus. Let me just double check. No obvious scent that I can pick up. So far, I'm really liking this foundation. It seems to be meshing very well with my skin. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't have any qualms concerning the undertone for Chai. I do feel like it's almost a little tiny bit too golden for me, but I think that may be due to the fact, again, like I said earlier, that I recently did get a tan because I was out in the sun in really hot states. I do have dry skin that's becoming more combination skin. This foundation so far looks to be holding up very nicely. I'm loving the finish. It's absolutely beautiful. I will see you guys in 6 to 7 hours or so, and we'll come back and see what the foundation is looking like. All right, you guys, I'm back. It is currently 1:11 a.m. I can't remember what time I left. I think it was like 5 something. Let's just say 7 hours, a little bit over 7 hours, I believe, if I'm going off of like 5:40 something or 5:50 something that I was done applying the foundation on. I am getting a little bit of creasing in my smile lines, but it is very minimal. Enough that I dare compare it to how my Lancome Teint Idole 24-Hour Ultra Foundation wears. That foundation, whenever it does give me creases in my smile lines, it's very minimal, and this foundation is giving me very minimal smile lines. Nothing huge. I love the finish, and it is giving me a bit more dewiness right now. I will say though, if you do have oily skin, this is a foundation that you might want to consider reinforcing in terms of your powders and trying to make sure that you're staying matte in terms of priming your face and also setting your face. And regardless of how dry my skin has been, after several hours of where I will get that natural dewy glow that a lot of people, I guess, kind of strive for initially when they're putting makeup on. So I am getting that glow right now and I am loving it. I do have shine to my nose and to my chin and also some to the forehead. I also have some shininess in here as well, but it's not something that bothers me. I like this finish. I like this look right here. So on the foundation, it doesn't state whether or not it's for matte skin types or for oily skin types. However, I'm assuming that it's for a variety of skin types. If you have dry skin, I think you will like this. It doesn't feel overly mattifying. It doesn't feel cakey. It doesn't feel drying at all. However, if you do have oily skin, I do think that you may want to reinforce that mattification. Is that even a word? You might want to reinforce your mattification processes or whatever prior to and after applying the foundation, just to ensure that you don't get excessively oily. So just a heads up for my oily skin peeps. But I am loving this dewy, nice glow that it's giving me. I know one of the tricks that Jackie usually recommends on her channel for oily skin types is to actually set your face with a setting powder prior to applying the foundation. So that will kind of keep the oils at bay underneath that layer of foundation. I do have dry skin, but I think I'm gonna stop saying that I have dry skin because it's now becoming more combination skin as I'm taking care of the dry skin. As some of you may know, I did get dry skin after using milk of magnesia excessively as a primer. It really dried out my skin. I've stopped using it completely and I'm taking care of my skin a little better now and it's becoming less dry, so that's a thumbs up. However, I normally will always get those shiny areas like in my T-zone and a little bit my chin and also right down in here. So that is reproducing with this foundation as well, which I don't mind at all because it's making me look dewy, which I prefer. I don't want to look overly dry, yet I don't want to look overly excessively oily. This foundation gets a definite thumbs up from me. I am very, very pleased with my purchase. A good $39 well spent, especially because I burned through my Lancome and Fenty foundations very quickly. It's good to have something else in the arsenal that is a perfect match for me. So thank you to Jackie for creating Chai. Thank you to Too Faced for getting Jackie on board. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, leave them down below in the comment section. If you have any suggestions or video ideas that you want me to go ahead and implement and produce, let me know. Follow me on social media as well. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Youkeyy_. I'm also on Facebook and Snapchat. And that is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.